Thank you, Mr. Larson. We're excited today to have an opportunity here to get together to learn a little bit about a journey that two former students here at Luther High School took earlier this summer and into the fall, and really took all of us on as we watched them on TV. We know from the Lego Masters show, Caleb and Jacob Schilling, both graduates of 2017, really took us right from the start of it through those little Lego blocks and then all the way to the finals, which was a pretty exciting night. And I know they had a thing at the Rivoli down in La Crosse, I think the night prior to that?
The day of the finale.
Or the day of the thing. So we're excited to have them here. And without further ado, let's bring Jacob and Schilling to the floor, please.
Good afternoon. Lovely to be back at Luther High School. It's been a hot minute, and I'm so happy we could afford this opportunity to get you out of 4 minutes of class, each class. So we're happy to do that for you. So yes, I'm Caleb. This is my brother Jacob, and today we want to take you on a little journey and teach you, hopefully, how in 10 easy steps you can find yourself on national television. So currently, when I'm not playing with Lego, I am a full-time Minecraft level designer. So if you're familiar with the server network Hypixel, which I hope at least a few of you might have played on, yeah, I saw some good reactions. Okay, I work as a builder there, and Jacob has an equally exciting job.
Yeah, my job is not as exciting. I work in a loan company approving loan applications. So just as exciting, yeah.
Absolutely amazing stuff.
Thrilling.
So we don't have a whole lot of time here, so we're going to get right to the point. So this first video I have is something you might have seen if you were watching the show, Lego Masters. It'll give you a little idea about what the show is about if you haven't. So this is our journey package from the finale.
Hey dudes,
Hello?
how's it going?
Pretty awesome.
I mean, it's been such a journey for you guys to get here. Don't move. Let's go to your journey package now.
It wasn't go time before, it's go time now. Being here in the finale, this is our last hurrah. I'm getting married very soon, and $100,000 would be so awesome to start our lives together.
I could even get Caleb a nice wedding gift with that or something.
We never saw ourselves being here. We had our load.
Oh my God!
Caleb riding off a cliff. We didn't actually get to see your strength skills in the arena.
But we've improved through the whole thing.
The winner of this challenge is Caleb and Jacob.
The team that builds the most impressive build we see in this entire competition, Caleb and Jacob.
The new Castle Bros.
Our confidence has increased tenfold from what we came in with.
Wow!
And we want to leave this competition with the zaniest and most original ideas out on the table.
And we're back. Wow.
That brings us beautifully into step one of the plan, which is to always accept mysterious calls. Because like any great journey, that's how this journey started. The year is probably 2019, in the winter, I got a mysterious call. And of all places, it was on Facebook, right? And it was someone saying, we're casting for Lego Masters Season 1. We'd love to have you. And I have no idea who this person is. I assume this is a scam, but I went ahead with it anyway, accepting that mysterious call. And that's where it all started. And as we'll go on, or you probably already figured it out, we didn't get on Season 1, so something went wrong there, but that is how the journey started. So to be on Lego Masters, you need a teammate. Step 2, you gotta get your team.
Yeah, what's this video first off?
We're probably not gonna play. We don't have enough time. It's like
Okay.
7 minutes long. It's kind of boring, but.
Yeah, it's pretty boring then. We're not watching that. But out of all the people Caleb chose, me, the guy who hadn't built Lego in 6 years?
Oh, it was more like 8.
Yeah, something like that. But I guess I did it in the past, so that kind of the unlikely candidate for you?
Yeah,
Or-
well, there's something very marketable about being twins, right? So Jacob gave up Lego when he first started attending high school, which
Oh.
broke my heart.
Don't be like me.
Don't be like Jacob. Well, I don't know. It still got Jacob on TV. I guess I didn't include that step in here. But Jacob had not built with Lego for about 8 years before going on Lego Masters. And we did pretty good at the end of the day. So that was pretty awesome. But yes, of course, my natural choice of teammate was my brother, because we had built together for all of our childhood.
Except 8 years.
Except those years. So hopefully I can skip this. Yeah, good times. Hi, I'm Caleb.
Oh, I don't even get to introduce myself.
Oh, this is Jacob. All right, step 3 is very, very important. So we talked about how back in 2019 they approached us to be on Season 1, but you don't want to sound too desperate if you want to get on TV. So we kind of played a little game with them, right? Like, well, I don't think we can do that. We're both like full-time students. We have jobs. It might be pretty rude if we were to leave our lives behind for 2 months. And so we decided to actually not do Season 1. And that quickly became probably one of our biggest regrets ever. And so thankfully, we got, again, another mysterious call for Season 2. And we knew that we had to get on the show this time.
Our brand. This. In Caleb's case, he found the brand and he found it for me. So Caleb's wardrobe before the show consisted of 90% plaid.
Okay, that's a little.
I don't know. It was a lot of plaid, but mine.
Some plaid out there.
When we auditioned, we had to
Some.
also submit wardrobe ideas. So Caleb submitted a ton of plaid, and they liked that a lot. So before we even went down for the show, we were decided that we were wearing plaid. So I had to gather up all my plaid shirts, steal some of Caleb's plaid shirts, and they bought us even more plaid shirts when we were down
brand
there. But we're twins too, so we got a match, look the exact same.
And
Kind of
yeah.
blue and blue on that slide.
There's a lot of blue on the show. But if you have seen the show, everyone had their distinct characterizations. And I think we were typecast as the nerds, not gonna lie.
What?
I don't know why, because we're totally normal jock-like people. But what are you gonna do? So nerdy plaid boys became our brand, and hey, I mean, as far as nerdy plaid guys go, I think we're rocking it.
Yeah.
Step 5. All right, this is where I'm going to be a terrible example for a bunch of students. So filming took place back in March to the beginning of April. Jacob and I were still in college at this point, and we thought with online learning we could make this thing work. We were confident. That's what had scared us out of season 1, right? Is that we couldn't leave school for that long without getting kicked out. But this time we had a chance. We were going to attend classes virtually. It was going to be great. But then we figured out that we were going to be spending about 18 hours a day on set, 6 days a week. And things got very real. And that's when we had to reprioritize everything. And we wanted desperately to graduate because graduating is very important. Do graduate, yeah. And graduating college was very important to us because it was also very expensive. And so Sunday night, our one day off, that was school day. And maybe when we got home at midnight too, after some rough days on set, that also became a wonderful school night, eating into our precious, precious 4 hours of sleep a night. So if you want to go on TV, be prepared for some late nights and some even earlier mornings.
Oh, yeah.
4 a.m. And what's the only thing being sold at 4 a.m.? It's McDonald's. And so we lived off
McDonald's. There's Chick-fil-A on later days.
Yeah,
but
sometimes we got lucky with Chick-fil-A. They were open. It's pretty crazy stuff schedule-wise. This is my favorite step. So in order to do well, and especially a reality TV show, you got to know your competition. And as you can see, we are just the worst of enemies in these pictures, right? The thing about being on a show that's all about adults playing with toys, we had a special connection that it was hard to find a lot of animosity between us. And I tell this to everybody, but we have a huge 24-person group chat that is still active every day that we share with our castmates. Of all the things we got, all the experiences we got from going on the show, walking away with 22 new best friends was probably the best. Well, okay, 20 if you don't count Mark and Steven. Yeah. But so that picture up in the top with Maria and Philip is our wardrobe, our space where we spent a good chunk of our time waiting for things to be ready on set. Maria and Philip are some of my favorite people from Michigan. I'm actually going to be seeing them tonight. We're going to be seeing them tonight. Yeah. We're on our way to Milwaukee to see them. Brian and I, up in the next picture, that's from we went to a Comic-Con in Utah a few days after the finale. And Brian and I, if Jacob wasn't my twin brother, it probably would be Brian. Brian is a great guy. And one of my favorite memories from the show, that bottom picture, when the whole cast was still together, we shot this down in Atlanta. During peak COVID time, we got permission, though, to have a huge party in the hotel conference room. And so Zach and Wayne ordered a bunch of sushi for us. And before anybody went home, we all got to get together, eat sushi. And I have my homework right there like a diligent student. That's the paper and the pen. I was working on a Java programming test, which was probably one of the lowest grades I've ever received in my entire academic career. So I guess if there's a step 6.5 just for life, don't have a sushi party and do your homework at the same time. But yeah, we love our Lego Masters family. It truly is a family. That's the one thing I didn't think I would get out of this that I'm so happy to do, because I don't know if I speak for you when I say this. The people that we met were by far the best part of it.
For sure, for sure. They're not like, you go on a reality show or something like that, you would assume it's a fierce competition. They're your enemies. Mark and Steven, maybe. But everyone else is like, they're your friends. We want them to succeed. We don't want to see anyone fail, which is like the weird thing in this reality show compared to any other one.
Yeah. So step 7, all of you are acing, and you don't even know it yet. Obviously, attending Luther High School is a must if you want to get on TV. I mean, these are the same 10 steps that we followed, and it worked for us. So just say you guys are off to a great start. That's at least 1 step out of 10. And if you're accepting those sketchy phone calls, you got 2 steps down. That's big. So Jacob and I had a great time here at Luther. Our last build project before going on the show together actually was recreating Luther High School. And this was before the building project was actually completed. The entryway was not done by the time we had graduated. But we were able to graduate in this auditorium, which was really cool.
The only class to ever do it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We're really, really special is what we're trying to say.
Hopefully that's not a step.
It's not a step. No, you don't need to graduate in here. You do need to graduate, though. Attend and graduate. I should add that on here. But Jacob and I have always loved building together. And this was kind of in the middle of your hiatus. We were able to put this build together, which is really special for us and for Luther. So we thought we'd share it with you. And of course, it's an essential step in our program. All right, it's time. All right.
I know what this is.
This is my slide. So it's essential to have an underdog story. And my underdog story, at least, is that I can't drive.
Are you guys ready for the sunshine wagon? No, you're not. Caleb has been waiting for this. Finally, a chance to show everyone who looks to be deceiving. He's the Stone Cold Killer, and this is his time to shine. Caleb, in 30 seconds to go. Caleb, Jacob, you're in. Oh my God!
Yeah. Yes, excellent. Anyway, if you've seen the show, I hope you look back on that as I do as probably the best moment of season 2. We brought our favorite friend here, the Sunshine Wagon, which was our episode 6 build. Oh, there we go. Our episode 6 build that had a pretty sad ending. For context, going into that, we had been given an advantage for that episode. That we, in this demolition derby, where everyone had built their own Lego remote-controlled car, we got to hang outside the arena for 30 seconds before unleashing our wrath on the other contestants. Unfortunately, only maybe Marie and Philip, when I slightly clipped the front of their car, felt any sort of wrath. But that was one of the craziest moments of the show. And I will have you know, I drove here from Minnesota this morning, so maybe I can still drive, but remote control car driving wasn't quite our thing.
He hasn't touched a remote control car yet since
If anyone wants to take me on in Mario Kart Wii, though, I will totally win. So I don't want to sell myself short on that one, because I'm very good at it. Again, not an essential step for getting on TV. But we did bring the Sunshine Wagon here today because it was our favorite moment of the show. Episode 6, emotional as it was at that time, because as much as I would like to confess to you now that it was intentional, I did that on purpose and retained some of my dignity, it was not intentional, unfortunately. And it just was a happy accident of maybe too much overconfidence and a lot of adrenaline. But that was the turning point, I think, for us in the show, where we figured out that we had nothing left to lose after the Sunshine Wagon went over the edge. Because how could we fail worse than that? I should keep saying we, but it's probably me I should be talking about there.
Yeah.
And
I helped build it, not drive it.
So many things could have been different, but wouldn't change it. It gave us all a great chuckle. Even if we were kicking ourselves, or you were kicking me.
Caleb
after that
literally
moment.
kicked a pole after the episode, or after judging, and dented his shoe, and it was dented the whole series.
For the rest of the show,
Yeah.
so there's some behind the scenes info for you.
So he was literally kicking stuff.
It was pretty sad. But yes, an underdog story does make it easier for the viewer to latch onto you. So we found that to be an essential part of our journey on national television. Now it's time to get a little more real.
Yes. Where we came from, why? Out of all the shows, the one that we could have gotten on, a Lego-based one. We had been building Lego from actual Lego bricks probably when we were around 4 or 5, and then continued on it. Caleb continued until obviously present day. I took a big gap in there, but stay true to my roots, I guess, is what it is. That we kept saying this too. Like, there is no other show or reality thing that we could have gotten on. Us. What's interesting about us besides Lego? And so it happened as it was, and it just worked out like that. But
yeah, and our encouragement to you would be to stick with whatever gives you passion. And for us, that happened to be a toy that a lot of people said we should have given up, like Jacob, maybe back in 2013. And when we stuck with it, because we truly love building, like even Jacob after his little sabbatical,
I still helped him, you know, on occasion. I was recruited for certain tasks.
At the end of the day, Lego was true to who we are for whatever reason. That was our thing. That was our thing that we did together. That's what gave us a lot of joy. And so whatever it is that you enjoy doing, do that thing. Because when we've pursued Lego, only good things have followed. It's been really bizarre. But I've never had a negative experience with Lego, except that time when I bought like way too much stuff on eBay and my bank account was empty. But that was my own fault. Don't do that.
What's a negative experience with eBay, not the Lego?
Yeah, exactly. It was their fault for charging me too much money. But staying true to what you love, despite what the world tells you, I think can be really huge. As long as it's not like murder or something. That's bad. Don't do that. Lego good, murder bad. Moving on.
Step 9.5.
I told Jacob that I tried to only find the worst pictures of us from the show. There are probably worse ones, but I do enjoy this one tremendously of myself. The biggest thing we learned from the show that totally made or broke people during their time on Lego Masters was whether or not they followed this step. I don't want to sugarcoat it here. Lego Masters was really hard. I think you got a taste of that when I was like bitterly complaining about eating McDonald's at 4 a.m. every day. It was not easy. And going back to work on school every night was definitely not easy or super desirable at that time. But it all became kind of a mindset thing. It was like, we need to slow down. Where are we right now? We are First of all, in Atlanta, in the middle of a Minnesota-Wisconsin winter, that's a good place to be.
Okay.
We are on a huge, beautiful set with more Lego than we've ever been around in our entire lives. There's nothing bad about those two things. And wasn't it all our dreams as children to eat McDonald's every day? Weren't we like living out like our most fantastic fantasy? And so keeping perspective and always remembering like all they need us to do on this show is to play with Lego for, a long time each day.
Yeah.
But is that really that hard? And by embracing that notion, to have fun, to roll with the punches a little bit, I think some of our best work and our best memories came out of those moments. We never would have made it as far as we did in the show if we had not embraced the idea that we should just enjoy this experience. I was talking earlier about $100,000. It's a lot of money until maybe you divide it with your brother, and then after taxes, and then maybe you can buy yourself a pretty nice car. It's not a life-changing amount of money. The life-changing part of this experience was the experience. And when we learned that was what we got out of it, and that was the best thing we could possibly get out of it, we got a lot out of it. And it was huge. And not everybody gets a chance to be on reality TV, but I think everyone definitely has a chance to have fun in their life. And when you really look at the big picture, I think there's a lot of fun things in your life. That's it. That is the 10 simple steps to getting and staying on national TV. I hope that I'll be seeing a lot of you, hopefully not in The Bachelor or anything, but there's plenty of other good TV shows to go on. Lego Masters Season 3 has got to be coming out at some point. Hasn't been renewed yet, but we're going to remain optimistic for sure. All in all, we loved the opportunity to perform on stage before the world, doing what we loved more than anything. Playing with children's toys. It was awesome. Thank you so much for having us. Remember to stay at Luther High School because that's one of the steps. So, you guys are off to a great start.
Well done.
Oh, yeah. We got like a minute if anyone has any questions. And I know this is high school and we don't ask questions in college either, but I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that might exist.
Mr. Ross.
Oh. We shouldn't have done this. This is a mistake.
This is a dangerous thing.
When you did one build or one episode, how long did you have? Was the next episode the next day, or how long did you have between episodes?
So the episodes were generally filmed, took 2 days to film, and then the next one would start the next day. Or some days we would finish one episode and start the next one that same day.
Yeah, it was kind of random to some degree. The goal was always to do 2 episodes a week. And so we were down there for 6 weeks, and we recorded episodes Monday through Friday, and Saturday we did those trailer interviews that you see off to the side. That's where like Jacob and I were like, did I just do that?
Or when we were talking about the Sunshine Wagon, like it was going to do so much good things, we already knew what happened that Caleb had. Yeah, we had to.
So there is some acting skill required in even reality TV. Oh, it's on. It's on.
You can hook up a Wii to this system.
Yeah, we're going to put the Wii on right now, right here, right now.
Jude?
Give him your username.
Yeah, what's the
afterwards.
username? Yeah, just party me up sometime. It's cheesy with an E before the Y. All right. We're good.
All right. First of all, Jacob and Caleb, again, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules now that you're nationally known figures, for coming back here to Luther High School and sharing this experience with us. Not only did you go on a journey, but I think all of us who watched you were on that journey as well, and we are really proud of you, and what a blessing that God has provided for you through this experience, and we pray that God continues to bless you guys in the future. So thank you for coming. Just two quick other announcements before we get going here today. First of all, best wishes to our football team tonight. Lancaster at 7 o'clock, go Knights. And tomorrow to our cross-country teams who are running in a sectional meet at Westby. Lord's blessings to you guys as well. You are excused.